Hi, this is Dr. Joe Luciani, and I'd like to talk to you today about a self-coaching approach to worrying. So the question is, why do we worry? Well, first of all, worry is a habit. It's a habit of insecurity. You see, when we look into the future, if basically you are without adequate self-trust and confidence, you're going to feel pretty shaky about what may happen. So you see, the more insecure a person is, the more likely they are to get caught up in a loop of worry. So what's the alternative? Well, you see, worry projects negatives. It projects things going awry. So the answer is not to worry, which is the projection of negativity, but to be concerned. And the difference is that worry deals with fictions, things that may or may not happen. Concern deals with facts. For example, let's say you go to the doctor and the doctor says, well, I'm sorry to tell you, you have high blood pressure. Now, if you're prone to worry, you're going to be imagining yourself in the ambulance heading for the ER with a heart attack. If, however, you are concerned, then you're not going to be dealing with these futuristic prognostications of doom and gloom. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be concerned with the facts. Okay, a fact is I have high blood pressure. So I'm going to start exercising, maybe watch my diet, try to relax a little bit more. So the difference is concern versus fictions of worry. So when you catch yourself worrying, recognize that you're dealing with fictions. You are allowing yourself to indulge these fictions primarily because insecurity is steering. You see, you're not steering when you're in this loop. When you hand yourself over to anxiety, when you hand yourself over to worry, you're putting yourself in the back seat, not in the driver's seat. Insecurity is driving you. So what you need to do is you need to take back the control and recognize that if you're dealing with fictions of insecurity, then you need to dig your heels in. Tell yourself, stop it. Put a stop to it. You know, sometimes it helps to just distract yourself when you're caught up in this vicious cycle of worry. Decide to maybe call someone up, go for a walk, put on some music, do anything to break the pattern, to break that loop. Now, that's not going to be the answer to worry, but at least it starts to put you into a kind of mindset where you're aware that you don't need to be imprisoned by endless ruminative worry. You have a choice. If you could step out of it sometimes, if you could distract yourself, go to the gym, go for that walk once in a while, then obviously you have some control over the repetitiveness of worry. So that's a start. Just realizing there's a separation between you and these thoughts. Other techniques like meditation, for example. You know, the profound thing about meditation is it teaches us to separate from thoughts. So when you focus, for example, on your breath in and your breath out, you're focusing and letting go of distracting thoughts. Now, maybe a thought might come through, but you push it aside. So meditation, the practice of meditation, is another way to teach yourself to let go of any disturbing thoughts. So some people, unfortunately, feel that it's dangerous not to worry. I've often heard patients tell me that they feel like, well, if I don't worry, something bad's going to happen. It's almost superstitious. You see, again, worry gives you the illusion that you're doing something to help yourself, and you're not. Worry begets worry. It doesn't really prepare you anymore for the future. You see, the future is best handled in the moment, instinctually, intuitively. So the bottom line is self-trust. If you really want to just break the habits of worry, there are two ways. One is, of course, being more active and involved in really putting a stop to the endless loops. But the ultimate bottom line healing of anxiety, of worry, of panic, is to start recognizing that you need to build self-confidence. You need to build self-trust. So how do we do that? Well, you build self-trust through your experiences, of course, but it's a leap of faith. You have to allow yourself to handle things more spontaneously. You see, the worrisome person is rehearsed, always rehearsing, getting ready. Whereas if you really want to develop a self-trust muscle, and think of it as a muscle where you'd go to the gym and do some repetitions, If you really want to develop that self-trust muscle, then what you need to do is you need to give yourself opportunities to not anticipate, but to walk into a situation and let it unfold. Let it unfold and to just react. I call it reactive living. You see, rather than anticipating and trying to know what's going to happen before it happens, that leap of faith is saying, no, I'm going to trust me. I'm going to trust that I'll handle what's ahead, and I'll handle it spontaneously. After all, I'm a survival machine. How many problems have I solved in my life? Hundreds, thousands. What makes me think I won't handle this next one? And that's the attitude you need. You need to embrace the attitude that you are a survival machine. You don't need to be braced and ready and superstitious and anticipating all this anxiety-prone, worrisome future that may never come to pass. This is Dr. Joe Luciani, and I'd like to thank you for your interest in self-coaching. If you have any topics you'd like me to cover in these videos, please send me an email at the address listed below. I'd like to wish you a worry-free life and start practicing, start coaching, get behind that steering wheel. It's the life that you want, and it's the life you deserve. So let's start doing something about it. Thanks.